I wanted to see you this one last time.
I remember a time when zombies weren't more token than your generic bad guy in a ski mask. Of course, zombies aren't a new concept in media, or in general. Films specifically about zombies date all the way back to as early as 1932. Recently, as in the last 20 years, zombies have exploded in the media. They're everywhere. Games, films, books, apps, you name a medium, I'm sure zombies have infiltrated it.
Oh no.
Now we can split hairs, but the surge in popularity starts with George A. Romero. The fucking guy is the zombie movie. Literally, no one has such a strong tie to zombies as the man himself. You might not even really know who the guy is, but undoubtedly you know his films. Night of the Living Dead, fucking classic film that started the trend. Following that was Dawn of the Dead, probably considered the peak of his work. This movie went on to be the most influential zombie film in my book. It inspired so many more movies and games to come. Following that was Day of the Dead. Well, not as good, still memorable as fuck. After that though, he hit a pretty hard hiatus for our beloved zombie. He kept making films, none of which really stand out, maybe except Creepshow, and then hit his low in my book. It wasn't until 2005 that we saw the return of the Romero zombie flick. It came out, and at the time it was exciting, but it's an movie. It's not great. Let's be real here. But this ain't about movies. What we're focusing on today is the abortion that came because of the movie. It's really good. I love it. The sixth generation of consoles is the golden age of games. Argue all you want, but there has not been a generation as good as the PS2 age. This isn't like nostalgia blinders times 10, it's just the time of games where there was so much. So many good games, so many shitty games, weird games, obscure games, masterpieces. There is so much. When I say golden age, I mean that is all encompassing, good or bad. There were just so many standout offerings. One very specific type of games that I fondly remember being terribad were the licensed games. Of course you could say that about any era, but one game that really disappointed me was today's topic. Land of the Dead: Road to Fiddler's Green was released October 18th, 2005 on the Xbox and some other time for the PC. Didn't even know that existed. It was everything I could have wanted in the game. Zombies, first-person perspective, horror, guns, explosions, gore. Too bad it's such a piece of shit! This game literally plays and looks like one of those fucking shitty-ass zombie defense games, only rendered in 480p! Ooh, great! I remember getting this game as a kid, and I knew it sucked balls, and if anything, I think it's only gotten worse as time has gone on. My anger has only been brewing! So first off, this is like some random side story to the movie. The only thing it shares with the movie is, well, the title and the main building. Other than that, we could rebrand this as Farmville: Redneck Zombie Battler. The game starts off so bad, it might be the worst start in a game I can think of.
So, you want to know how I got here?
No!
I'll tell you my story.
I really don't want to hear your story. Why the fuck would I want to hear your story? Who are you even? Some fat trucker hick? So this is how you start your game, by showing one of the uncoolest main characters of all time? Good one, guys. Good one. I'm not even fucking with the footage. This is how the game starts. Some guy standing around a bunch of dead zombies. Why would you make this your main character? Fine, fuck it. Let's hear your story. Maybe it's really cool. Hear him out.
I killed my neighbors.
The story sucks. Don't worry about it. The gameplay is like what you'd find in some college student's first game they ever made. There is a distinct lack of any complexity, challenge, or any real direction. It's just your basic bitch of video games. It works. Bullets hit enemies, keys open doors, I don't fall through the earth, but that's all it does. It just works. Keys to doors, weapons to faces. That's the entire game. Shoot, unlock, shoot, unlock, walk over here, find the key, unlock. Let me start with everyone's favorite, me crying about how the controls aren't precision perfect to a nanometer. You remember that huge fucking dead zone on the joystick in Dead Space? Well, here's his grandpa. Say hi to Grandpa, kids. If it looks like I've never played a game before in my life, that's because the aiming is so stiff. It's like when you try to bend your erection anywhere than just straight forward. It's so unwieldy. Aside from it just sucking shit, the control scheme is weird as hell. Why to reload? Have you played Halo? What the fuck? Of course there's some poorly done acceleration. No game is complete without it. I love the giant gap between looking slowly to speeding off. It's great. It's great. Couple that with the massive dead zone, and aiming in a game hasn't felt worse. Like touching paper after recently washing your hands and drying them. Now I have some expectations in a first-person shooter zombie killing game. A bunch of cool weapons, spooky zombies, a bitchin' headshot, and a bunch of blood and shit. Oh yeah, fun! This game has barely any of that. Mainly the fun part. One of the best part of any zombie game is the melee. CQC, skirmish, hand-to-hand, fisticuffs, smashing these zombie pricks in the face. In this game, it's so good. It's as satisfying as biting the inside of your fucking mouth. It's so lifeless and unconnected. When I swing a shovel like this at somebody's fucking head, I expect something cool to happen, not the zombie look like someone blew in their ear. It's so bad. Seriously, it's fucking terrible. I'd say it's better to have the melee than to not have it at all, but it's so poorly done, I don't think I could have wished for it less. The depth perception is so far off. One of the biggest offenses in this game is just how unfun it is to kill zombies.
You know what's kind of important in a zombie game? Making the main activity fun!
The zombies just fucking suck. They walk like goons. First thing I want to point out. Their movements in AI are atrocious. See, the game is stupidly easy. They stop and stand there and wait for a second when they reach you. The only way they land a hit is in two scenarios. They're suddenly behind you giving an unwanted butt fucking, or the little goofy crawly guys decided to go fucking apeshit. It offers so little challenge. Out of the few times I managed to die, it was usually due to stun locking. My favorite. My main point here is their AI just really seems unpolished. They come at me, bro, but that's all they do. The guns, aside from a few, are fucking terrible. The sounds are so weak and their hit reactions are so subpar. A fucking 22? It sounds like a fucking Red Ryder. Be careful, you might put an eye out. Oh wait, no you won't. This doesn't produce enough force to knock a gnat off its flight path. Look at a game like Dying Light, a game that has some of my favorite melee combat in any first-person game. Every attack has weight. Hitting things actually feels so fucking good.
Stop resisting!
This is as limp as your dad's bean, whoa. There is so little variance in each level. Every level is the same. Fight a bunch of zombies, go over there, have a quick wank, go back over here, boom! I mean, the levels themselves are varied, as in they look different, but what you do in each level is the same. The last level is the most underwhelming thing. It's just another level. In fact, I didn't even realize I was on the last level. I was just on autopilot mode by this point. I finished killing the zombies like usual, and then it just ends with the fucking hick being like, well, that's my story. Hope y'all like it. Goodbye. Let me give you a standing ovation. I don't think you could have tried any less without just not producing a game. Whew, holy fuck.
God, I feel sick. I feel violently sick. This is like the game version of people that just have no ambitions in life. Sure, it plays, but that's all it does. It's just the most vanilla-ass thing. Actually, no. Vanilla's a good fucking flavor. I'm not gonna drag vanilla through the mud like this. This game's like a bowl of plain-ass noodles. What even? I can't grasp what they were going for. It's just a bunch of levels with zombies in it. And sure, you could say Left 4 Dead's just a bunch of levels with zombies in them, but that game is insanely fun. This game, it's a tragedy. And my heart goes out to all you motherfuckers out there that got this for Christmas like I did. We can solve it together.
I feel so fucking gross.